Hi everyone, welcome to the final stretch of English 102 this semester. So I wanted to make a quick video just going over the assignments for this week, which includes sort of compiling all of the sources you found thus far into a draft of your individual piece for your group research paper, and then I'll go over the parts of your research essay draft. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright everybody, so before you look at compiling your individual findings, I wanted to remind you that you need your working thesis, which we've done a discussion board on and also discussed in this assignment you had due last week. So your working thesis is the argument that you are making about your section of this social issue. It is not a question. So if you say my working thesis is how is poverty affected by education, that's not a working thesis. If you say that poverty determines how educated someone will be in their lifetime, that's an argument. That's a thesis. So this is what drives your findings section, all right? And if you feel like your thesis is not strong, the result is your findings will also not be. So focus there first. And then don't forget your in-text citations in APA. Make sure that if it's a quote, a paraphrase, or a summary, that you're giving the author's last name and the year in parentheses or somewhere in the sentence. So this week, what you'll want to do is go over the readings for this week in the discussion board, which discusses how to add your kind of personal experience to your findings. And then the major assignment we have this week is individual findings, which is a piece of your research essay draft that will be due next week. There's also a group blog for this week and examples under our weekly folder. So make sure that you're looking over those resources before emailing me with any questions. So let's talk about your individual findings assignment. This is where you essentially are going to write a mini research essay inside your group's research. So revise your working thesis, start there, and then you're going to write about 3 to 4 pages that use your thesis to argue a position on the social issue you've chosen. Give reasons, sources, and experience as support, and then at minimum, you need 2 quotes and 2 paraphrases from different sources, plus a references page. So this is really going to help build you up into the final research essay that we will draft next week. So your individual findings will be different, and this is an individual assignment, not a group assignment for this week. So when we work on your research essay draft next week, sorry, I went too far, what we are going to do is sort of organize, revise, and edit what you've already done. So the research essay draft is going to be kind of a accumulation of your research proposal, your individual findings section, and then you're going to add on a conclusion at the end, what I call a call to action. So I'd recommend reading over the assignment sheet for that research essay now so that you're aware of what's coming next week and the week after. Something you want to keep in mind is that although your individual findings sections are unique to each of your group members, that you still want to work to kind of connect them together. Are you transitioning between sections? Are you thinking about how your research is going to connect to each other, and also the order? So does it make sense for the person who's maybe done more background research on your topic to have their findings section first? Look at the examples on Blackboard, and I think they'll help you a lot. Next week, we will compile all of these pieces into our research essay draft. So the draft is going to have these sections. This should look familiar to you. They're the same sections as your research proposal, although the findings and the call to action are going to be different. What I don't want you to do is copy and paste from your research proposal and just turn that in as your essay draft. What you're going to do is, now that you've done your proposal, you've done all this research, you want to now use a kind of past tense view. Instead of saying, we will do our research this way, what you want to do is describe the research that you have done and what you've learned from it. So just a word to the wise, a warning, a reminder, your final draft of your research essay will be due May 16th. So that is, I believe, 2 weeks from, that's 3 weeks from today when this video will be posted. So 3 weeks from now, we're gonna sigh a big breath of release and relaxation, and we'll be all done with English 102, which is crazy. So if you have any questions about the assignments for this week, please reach out. But again, look over the examples, all of the resources on Blackboard first, because likely that's where I'm going to tell you to go. All right, so thank you guys, and I will talk to you soon.